Hello, Cancer. So we're gonna see kind of what's going on with you guys. These are general. Take what works, but what doesn't work just doesn't work. But let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, Cancer. So let's get into it. I've been getting a lot of these readings. I feel like there's almost like somebody else's energies. Last few readings I did for everyone, I feel like it's almost like there's another person or somebody else's energy is kind of like, I don't want to say messing with everyone right now, but I guess it's just a weird time that maybe we're just dealing with kind of other penis. I was going to say my mind. I'm sorry. It's late at night when I'm filming. Sorry. I hope you find that funny. Yeah. Okay. I'm not even going to edit that out. I was going to say other people, but in my mind in that second, I was just going to say that Venus just came out of retrograde like not too long ago. And I think we're still in that like after. So somehow I combined Venus and people, and it just you know what, whatever, I don't even give a damn. It's late, whatever, we're still getting to this, but so whatever, guys. Anyway, what the basis of this reading is, you have Justice reversed, you have Enlightenment, which is Judgment, you have the Devil reversed, and the Queen of Cups. So basically, I think there was something very unfair that has happened. Something unfair happened, I do believe, to you, unfortunately, but I think through that situation, you actually gained some type of enlightenment. So in a weird way, sometimes these bad things happen, but we actually grow from them, and we actually, in a weird way, it helps us, even though it's better not to have had it in the first place. We're frustrated that we even had to deal with it to begin with, but actually we become better people because of this. So for whatever this unfair situation that I believe was unfair to you, and I still think you're kind of dealing with it a smidge. I'll get into that in a second. But I think it actually almost like enlightened you in a way. You kind of almost had that, that judgment. I don't want to say epiphany, but that almost like maybe realizing certain things of what's the importance of certain aspects in your life, and maybe realizing that maybe there's certain traits that you don't want to have involved in your life, or you don't want to accept certain traits from other people or even yourself. Like you almost like are rising above a situation. You're being the bigger person, and you're actually spiritually, mentally in a much better place for yourself because of this. So now, and the Devil reverse is indicating that you're really letting go of the toxicity. Like you're releasing yourself from some chains or something that has been kind of confiding. I can't speak, not confiding, constraining. I'm sorry, guys. I am sorry, guys. Something that has been constraining you. This could be either like addictions, or it could be just even, codependencies with other people. Something happened, and this could even be anxiety. So maybe whatever this Justice was in reverse, this kind of unfair situation, maybe you finally kind of had this kind of a moment where you're like, you know what, it is what it is. I have to make changes in my life. Maybe you had to cut certain people out. Maybe you just had to decide that you're not going to allow certain behaviors or thought patterns into your life anymore. And you're just moving forward from that. Because I think here the Queen of Cups says you're actually moved into a very emotionally stable place. Like it's almost like maybe you're even like helping somebody else through something, but I feel like you almost like, I don't want to say you made peace with your demons or whatever in a sense, but the Queen of Cups, she's very emotionally stable, and she just wants to help other people emotionally, but she's not easily swayed. Like she's controlled by her emotions, but she's not going to, every little thing is not going to have her have like an emotional upheaval or get it in her feelings all the time. Like she's very in control. So I think whatever has happened, you almost had like an up leveling where you let certain things go, you decided you have to make changes, and this has actually left you into a much better like emotional state. Now in your current energies, you have the Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Swords reversed. I think you're making slow progress. I definitely think you're making... See, the Knight of Pentacles, I really like him. He's my guy, the daily grind. You know, he's going to put the effort in every day, but he's slow moving. This energy is kind of up for the long haul. It's moving, but it moves slowly. This guy is not going anywhere fast, but he's the one that, out of all of them, I think is going to get to his destination eventually. But he's going to get there because he's putting the work in. I see him as putting the work in every single day, doing what you need to do to get to where you need to go. But there's nothing fast about him. And with the Six of Swords reversed, this is indicating that you might feel, although you are putting some work into whatever this is, you might feel like you're stagnant. You might feel kind of stuck in a way. Something's not moving. First of all, it's not moving quick to begin with, but then in your mind, you're like, I'm not even moving at all. So something going on with this is that you're kind of feeling a little stuck, but I do think you are making progress, but it's kind of slow progress. So that's kind of what I see your energies right now. But what's coming in for you, you have the Six of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Wands. Okay, guys. Now, this is where I think whoever this Justice in reverse might have represented, they might be back. The Six of Pentacles reversed is all about kind of one-sided charity. It's like the guy is giving way too much. He's kind of almost depleting himself because he's trying to help somebody else. And the other person's really like not helping him. You know what I'm saying? He's like, take. And they're like, screw you type of stuff, you know? But the issue with this is the Knight of Wands here. I said Pentacles, the Knight of Wands I meant. I really like the Knight of Wands. But in this kind of situation here, I don't like the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, he's very charismatic. You know, he's just schmoozer, okay? He's very, very... Yeah, he's good with the words. He's good with the, you know, everything. He's kind of like that guy or that person that you want to like. They're, you know, a good talker. They talk a lot. They're a good talker. They're good with the words. But these two together, I wonder if there's somebody that's a little bit smooth talking you a little bit, or might be smooth talking you, and they're almost smooth talking you into kind of helping them much more than you should be helping them. That's the way I'm going to put it. And I kind of wonder if this is the person that you might have made peace with, even though they might have screwed you in the past. But I don't know necessarily. Maybe it's a different person or something. I don't know, but there might be some kind of... there might be a little bit imbalance where you might be helping somebody a little too much and you're really not going to receive anything from it. And not that you have to receive anything from it, but you know how it is. But this person might just be a little bit of a smooth talker. But this person, this guy's always like a likable guy. It's a little bit of a fleeting energy, though. It's not really a long haul type of energy with this one, if it does represent a person in that current energy or that current space. Now, your challenge regarding all of this, you have Death reversed and you have the Hermit. So now Death reversed is saying that your challenge is going to be to move on to something new, or move to a different phase or a different place. Not a place as in actually pack your bags and go, but like a different area of your life in a sense. Like, let's say if you have to kind of, if this Knight of Wands is a little bit problematic and you know it's problematic and you have to be like, okay, I'm going to be kind of done with this. That's your challenge then, is to actually be done with it. Because in the reverse, it's like you're not really resolving the situation. You're not really moving from the situation. You're kind of still stuck in the situation. So you're going to know it for yourself. There's something that you're not really moving beyond. And I think you know you need to move beyond it. Now, this could also be some of this devil energy reverse, because even though it's reverse, I think you let certain things go. Sometimes those things like linger a little bit. You know, sometimes it's like we let it go and then it kind of like creeps back in a little bit. And it's like, hello, I'm here. I missed you. It's been so long. And you're like, no. Okay, just 5 minutes. Just come in. How have you been doing? You know, kind of stuff. So there might be something, a cycle or a pattern or something, some situation where you need to really transition from one aspect with it and transition to a different phase with it, like kind of like moving on type of phase. But with the Hermit, this is also about talking about like soul searching as well. And really kind of, I feel like this is just saying that you need to really look within, because I feel like you have the answers and you just really know what you're supposed to be doing. but you really might need that solitude, because I'm wondering if this Knight of Wands, he might be like, I'm not saying it's a he, it could be whoever, but I'm just saying this energy here. It might be kind of all like, talking in your ear or whatever, and you might not even have a chance to think, because this one is a talker, okay? You want anybody as a talker, this is the one. All over the place with the talking. The schmooze talking as well. That kind of likable personality where you like them, but, could there be a little bit of a hustler? Absolutely. So I think that you need to watch that. And I think if that is happening, because this type of energy is going to kind of tell you what you want to hear, because they want you to be happy, but not necessarily you be happy for yourself, but they want to kind of have things go the way they want. And if they have to kind of make you think that that's what you want, that's how that energy is. So I think you might need to take a minute and really tap in with yourself and check in with yourself and kind of really do some soul searching a little bit, just to make sure that you're not getting kind of pushed into anything where you're helping a little too much somebody that's not really looking to help themselves. Because I think you did a lot of healing. I think you were on a better path, but I think you're going to be feeling a little stuck. And then this person, or this, whatever this is, going to come in and kind of offer you and talk you up a storm and everything, offer you everything. And they're not going to get anywhere, because it's just all talk. But I think you might be over helping a little bit that situation, where you might need to just really focus on kind of what you need to do for yourself. But what's recommended for you, you have the Four of Wands, the High Priestess, and then you have the Knight of Swords reversed. Now, the Four of Wands is really saying that you need to celebrate your accomplishments. You need to celebrate kind of the aspects that you've gained within yourself, the accomplishments and everything that you've done kind of from this justice reverse moment, this kind of like whatever happened, whatever kind of unfairness you experienced. You need to celebrate as a person how you've grown, because I really feel like here you've really, really grown. You did some growing. You did kind of some adulting, leveling up in a sense, but you need to celebrate that, because I feel like in this energy right here, you're making progress, but I think it's not as quick as you want it to go. So you might be kind of like, and then with this whole thing, this mess right here, you might be kind of getting a little sidetracked, or you might not be feeling like you made enough progress or whatever. So, or you might be even getting down on yourself for getting sucked into this again. But you need to kind of celebrate your achievements. So don't forget that. So that's recommended. Now, the High Priestess is saying that you already know the answers. I feel like this is saying that you need to tap into your intuition right now. You kind of know what's best for you, and you just need to really trust that yourself, your spirit guides, whoever, they have your back. And I always see her a little bit as like a solitude kind of card as well, because in my mind, she's just like in her little, like her zone, just thinking up a storm and just kind of like being, she's just like listening to her intuition. So I don't necessarily see her as a social butterfly, at least in my mind. So some of you might need, especially because the Hermit's here as a challenge, some of you might need that little bit solitude just to check in with yourself, check in with your intuition and everything, and that kind of quiet time away from whatever this is over here. And you also have the King of Swords reversed. Now, this to me is saying that you need to watch for anybody being a little bit manipulative a little bit. In the reverse, the King of Swords, he could kind of be a little bit of a dick. He could be a little bit manipulative. I just see him as somebody that's not always on the up and up. So you might have to watch, especially because we had this combo right here and the Justice reversed over here. You have to watch that and I feel like you know this already. Like if this resonates with you, you already know. I don't have to tell you twice because you already know. But I think especially because you have the High Priestess, which is the intuition, the Hermit is about looking within. You have the Judgment here is about enlightenment. The Devil reverse releasing things. I just think you need to watch that. If you feel like somebody's manipulating you a little bit or kind of being a little bit of a quick talker, or something sounds a little too good to be true, just be aware of it. Like, you don't have to be rude to this person necessarily, but just be aware of it and just don't get sucked into their BS. And let's see what else we get for you guys. So these were the other cards that came out. We have number 12 here, which is Canary Spirit, sing your own song. And I think this is saying if somebody's trying to talk you into something that may not be what you want, don't let them talk you into it. You have to just focus on yourself. Singing your own song is the Hermit, looking within, seeing what do you want? You know, same with the High Priestess, kind of what you want. And I feel like singing your own song is like even the goals that you're setting, you know, what do you want to achieve? Because this is like recommended to remind you, like, you know, be happy with what you got, where you came from, but also what else do you want? Like, what other achievements or goals are you seeking to accomplish, and focus on that. So I think that's fantastic, because I think that is going to help you if you're feeling a little bit of a stuck funk right here and you feel like things are going a little slower. Focusing on your own things and what you want might help you with that, but just acknowledging that, you know, you have made some achievements with it is going to be a good thing too. Now, you have Soul Delight, speak your truth. And this is just also singing your own song, but it's telling yourself, like, listen, I want X, Y, and Z. But some of you can be speaking the truth to whatever this Justice reverse with this Knight of Wands here, with a Six of Pentacles reverse is kind of like maybe giving a little bit too much, and whoever this person, this King of Swords here reversed, I think if you need to have a conversation with somebody, you know, and just saying that maybe if they're trying to push you into certain things that you're not comfortable with, just stand up for yourself. Be like, hell no, I won't go, not today. So just don't be afraid to set boundaries, because I kind of feel like this is a little bit like there might have been some boundaries that weren't set. You got screwed, but you decided to take the high road and was like, I will find enlightenment through this terrible situation. I will become a better person from this. And that's wonderful. But I don't want them coming through here again trying to do it again. You know what I'm saying here? So you got to like make sure that they're not doing that to you guys, because it's not right. You can't just have that. So speak your own truth to yourself. And if you need to set boundaries, you let the other person know the boundary too. Now you got the Sword and the Rose. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. Now you have another card of solidarity. So to me, the Hermit is solidarity. A High Priestess here is solidarity. So yes. So, and clarity, truth, revelation. I wonder though, because the King of Swords reverse is recommended, I wonder if this means some truth is going to come out. I wonder if your gut is telling you something, but I wonder if there will be some clarity regarding, and I think it has to, whoever has to do with this Justice reverse situation and this Knight of Wands back here, I'm wondering if you're going to find something out. So, but I think if you do find something out, you need to keep your sanity, because I feel like the Hermit also being your challenge is almost kind of like, because he's kind of like cocooned himself in a way. He's just taking time out so he doesn't have to deal with anybody else's mess because he needs a moment. I think you might have to kind of take some time out just in case, because I don't think you want to undo what happened here from this Justice reverse was actually really, really good and productive, I would say. You gain some kind of enlightenment, release certain things, you know, kind of gain certain emotional stabilities, aspects within something, or became comfortable with something. Not even comfortable, but accepted. That I'm getting accepting, you know, accepting energy. You don't want to like lose that, you know, because I don't think this was overnight. This was definitely, to me, all this is like a big process right there. Now you have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And can I tell you, I feel like, I just wonder for some of you, if it resonates that this Knight of Wands is kind of tied into this Justice reverse here, this funny business that happened, and especially because we have the King of Swords here reversed, I wonder if some of them realize, if it is a person, or it could be a relationship, it could be family, it could be a friend, it could be work, it could even be a situation. Take it however it works for you. But I wonder if they're realizing that you're moving on and you're kind of moving forward and you're taking your power back and you're like, you know what? I don't have time for this BS. Not today, not tomorrow, and not after that. I wonder if there's almost like now they're trying to come in and be a little like schmoozy or whatever, but you still see right through it, like it's still one-sided. But I just think this is saying that like I really feel like you're kind of moving on from this, and I think you are slipping a little bit back maybe, because I think, you know, maybe if this is a person kind of schmooze talking, sometimes it's kind of like you like to hear the schmooze talking stuff. Like, I know, I like to hear it as well, even though my mind is like, this is bullshit and this person's an asshole. But you enjoy it sometimes. You enjoy it to a certain degree. At least I do. But I definitely think that you're kind of almost realizing you're like in the transitioning phase out of this. So, but I think you might be realizing that this is just not worth it. Now you have dark side. Don't hide yourself away. And destiny, it is not in the stars, but in yourself. So that's beautiful. So I think the dark side is saying with the hermit, like, don't go overly into the hermit mode, you know, and don't be scared to give your heart away again if this has something to do with like love, but even friendship. You know, it could have just, you got stabbed in the back by somebody, you know? And I think this destiny is saying that like you are the master of your own destiny. So it's not like the stars to decide your fate. It's like you decide your fate through your actions. Now we have, before Alice got to Wonderland, she had to fall. So I really think that you guys had a fall here with the Justice reversed, but I think you actually picked yourself up. And I think you are now on your own journey through your own personal Wonderland that is your life. And sometimes you learn the most about yourself through this mess over here. Now for your little affirmation you have, today I will not compare. Today I will not compare myself to others. I will find true peace in my own life. And that's beautiful. The spirit of the dish that shall be with you during this time. You have the spirit of the flame, which is the spirit of the sriracha. Okay, guys. So now for the dinner and a movie that's recommended for you, you have horror films and American food. For the energies that you either need to be aware of or tap into, you have Aries. So now Aries is all about that kind of like fire, initiative. It's about temper a little bit, so some of you might want to watch your tempers. Just a smidge, just a smidge. Some of you might need to have a temper. Some of you, if you're too passive, you might need to be standing up for yourself and be like, I'm just not putting up with this, you know? You'll know for yourself. So, but it's about that kind of like feeling a situation out as well, because I always see the ram, it kind of goes here, it goes there, it kind of goes all over the place, you know, it climbs these rocks and everything. So it's not really like a fixed, you know, one-liner kind of animal. It kind of just, it meanders. So you might just have to kind of meander in a way, see what else is out there, see what your options are, you know, and I don't want to say don't stay super committed to anything, but I just feel like Aries is a little bit that kind of, I'm an Aries, so once we get bored, we get bored, you know, so just kind of like have fun a little bit, you know, kind of just do, you know, just see what's going on, meander a little bit. You also have Sagittarius. Now, this is like a free-loving sign as well. It's another fire sign. So I think you got to have a little spark coming into something. You know, you got to little pep something up for yourself. But the Sagittarius, it's about expansion and good fortune as well. So I think you need to expand out of a comfort zone is what I'm kind of getting with that as well. So these two energies together, I really like them together. So have a little fun, have a little fun. Now, the moon is about emotions and habits, but it could also indicate that you might be uncertain about certain things. So you have to take things one step at a time because things might not be so illuminated quite yet, but you just got to feel it out. And then you also have Saturn here. And this is all about restrictions, responsibilities, and life lessons. So I think that certain restrictions and responsibilities have been going on, but I think you've gained some knowledge and you're kind of like learning stuff. So, and I think whatever lesson you've been taught here, it's probably going to be good for you in the long run, even though I'm sure you're not super happy that you even had to learn it to begin with. But you, for the, what is this? I'm sorry, guys. This is number 6. That means an even number. Mr. Predicto will be answering your questions tonight, my beautiful Cancers. Think of those questions. He'll be out here shortly. Okay. Oh, and you have the flower. So now this flower, I always see this as one of those plants that like make one bloom, you know, at least in my mind. So I think that like the plant has to put all this energy into this flower. So I think you're putting all this energy into yourself or what you want to bloom. But during that process, it kind of looks weird. Sometimes it looks like it goes slow. You don't see the flower right away because like it has to like do all its like stuff to make the flower, right? I think you're in that weird stage of like you're having this maybe some stalk or whatever, like some sticks shoot out of like your leaves or whatever, and it's going to be a flower one day, but it's not quite there yet. So I feel like you're kind of in that energy, that in between, that you're going to have a beautiful blossom once you get whatever is going on a little bit more organized. But I just think you're really focused on that, and I think that's amazing. Okay, and we have happiness, and I think this is important because I think you guys just need to focus on your happiness and just find peace, you know? And don't let somebody else take your happiness, you know, even if they are a smooth talker. Don't let them, like, just start pushing you around into things that you know is not best for you, because I kind of feel like somebody here is a little bit of this energy, you know? Okay, now here he is. Think of those questions, and it's time to ask. Oh, Mr. Predicto, the most accurate prediction device to ever run off batteries. What is the answer to Cancer's question? Oh, I forgot to do the thing.
Definitely not.
Mr. Predicto said definitely not. Now, he's a man of many words, and those were the words he chose to speak here today. I hope you all have a wonderful day, week, month, year, lifetime, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.